Hey guys, welcome to this week's video where we're going to show you a touring essentials setup in the back of our canopy. I hope you enjoy it, and don't forget to watch all the way to the end where we're going to answer a few more of your queries. So this week's vehicle, it's another Ram 1500. It's the DT version and it's the dual cab version. Now, it came to us straight from the dealer to sort out the tray and canopy package. Since then, it's gone to EC Off-Road. They've started on the further package with obviously wheels. So EC Off-Road are about halfway through the rest of the modifications for this vehicle. As usual, we'll start round this side here. So on the internal fit out, first of all, we've got the infill panel here. Now we mount the fridge in a certain way so that obviously we can clear the gas strut, no problem at all, but that means you are left with a slightly awkward space in here. And what we do is use this panel to neaten everything up and then utilize that space for your GPO outlets, and then down here you've got 12 volt and USBs as well. We also mount the inverter switch around this side. The package comes with one inverter switch and we put it on this side because this is obviously going to be your meals and drinks area, so it's where you're going to be using power most of the time, we think. Bushman 130 litre upright fridge as well. We use these because they're robust. They're made for this application, caravans, camping. They'll put up with the lumps and bumps in the back of a four-wheel drive. And also, as you can see on the inside, they're absolutely huge. So this is the biggest possible fridge that you can fit to one of these canopies. At the same time, they take up a very small footprint. There's no need for extra drop-down slides. So you're saving on weight, you're saving on money because you're not having to buy the drop-down slides, and you're also getting more capacity out of it at the same time. Now, I mentioned at the beginning this was a touring essentials package. Most people are quite used to seeing our videos where they're absolutely chock full and we filled every square inch of them. You don't have to. So what we've done here is we simply have the electrical outlets, we have the fridge, and then a nice big open area here. Now that's going to do two things. Firstly, huge amount of storage space there, and at the same time, if you did want to add anything down the track, you've already got the space ready made there. This particular customer has optioned for the false floor in here. So we put the nice false floor in there, color coded to the rest of the interior, and that gives you that nice flat surface area to work with. That's optional. If you don't want it, then what that will do is expose the uni-strut channels running across front to back. And that way, if you can do any kind of self-fit out and put things in yourself, then you've got the channels there ready to bolt things down into. All right, coming round to the driver's side. Now, once again, similar story over here. It's just the essentials. Not going to say basics because nothing about this is basic, but we're starting off with the EnerDrive 200 amp hour lithium package here. So usual story, 200 amp hours of lithium battery, a 2 kilowatt inverter. You've got the DC charger, you've got the AC charger. We've also got shore power in as well for the AC charger, so you can plug in the garage or at a powered campsite, and obviously solar panel on the roof as well. So it's definitely not basic, but it's covering everything that you need. So we've got the drawer underneath it as well, and then that's going to allow you to put maybe an induction cooktop in there, which will easily plug in here, and that way you've got a perfect area for doing your cooking, and the power is more than enough to run that. Pull the drawer out here, so just show you how much space there is actually to work with. So absolutely loads in there, so that's enough for even a small microwave you could fit in there. Once again, the EnerDrive system's enough to run a small microwave, and then we'll pull the bench out, and that way you've got plenty of space on top of here. So all the slides are load rated as usual, so there's a bit of give in it, but it won't actually give. So heaps of space in the drawer and then heaps of space on top to work with as well. So some key benefits to doing a setup like this over some of the larger setups you see where we filled every square inch. So we've covered all the essentials as we mentioned. So you've got heaps of storage space, you've got heaps of fridge space, you've got a massive power system, so you're not wanting for anything really, but at the same time, financially, we're keeping the cost down because there's less inside. Even more importantly, we're keeping the weight down. The weight on this one compared to one of the larger fit outs we've done, difference is going to be considerable. So if you're doing what this customer's doing, you're towing a large van a lot of the time, then it's going to really help with the whole balance of your setup there. And with all the heavy stuff here, we're making sure it's right at the front, so it's right over the rear axle, and then the rear of the canopy, that's where you've got the open space. I can't remember off the top of my head the exact weight of this whole package, but I'm sure that Anton in post-production can put the numbers up somewhere around there. And that's your weight for this whole package. Lots of you ask about that, so we did want to give people a good idea of what you'd be looking at, and that's for the tray. Everything under the tray, so your drawers, your water tanks, everything on the rooftop, so your roof racks and everything that we do inside. So that's the entire GCI Traytec package. With the tray portion itself then, we've obviously got your drawers, so usual story with the American drawers, absolutely massive. You can hear the air suction there. And then just give you a quick look inside. All centrally locked as well, of course, to the manufacturer's key. So instead of having a million different keys, everything's just wired up to the vehicle key. You know when the vehicle's locked, your toolboxes and your canopy's locked. Another new item for GCI Traytec, we have got a housing now which we've put around the mechanism for your central lock-in. Again, a few people mentioned that they didn't like the look of it, and also they wanted to make sure that nothing got stuck in there. We do listen to what our customers say, and we've designed this specially for that. So I'll pop that back in there. Obviously, we did do a previous video on more specifically on the ins and outs of the toolboxes, the way they work, what you can fit in them. So do feel free to go through and look at that. Coming around to the rear, so we've got the rear tunnel drawer. Now on the American trucks, they can obviously fit the largest possible, so absolutely massive. This customer's opted not to go for the flip top lid. You might be quite used to seeing those on our videos. We've left it open, that way it's just really easy access straight in. He's already got plenty of other flat surface area, so that's not necessary. No, Alistair does it, I always like to go as well. So we'll just jump up and down on that, and it shows you that they're going to take all the weight that you can possibly put in them, no dramas whatsoever. I did mention when we were going through the power system, the shore power, so been doing that for a few months now. It's relatively new, and most people that option the large power system also option the shore power inlet. So just on the rear here, it's 15 amp inlet, so easy to plug in at powered campsites. And if you're plugging in at home, then you can just get the 10 amp to the 15 amp converter, and that way you can leave it on a trickle charge overnight. What we do on the back here, well, that's completely optional. So we've really got three options on the rear. So we have the spare tire holder, we have jerry cans, and as you've probably seen in previous videos, we've also got your bifold rear ladder. And you can have a combination of whatever you want. You might want the ladder and two tires, really popular. You might want the ladder, one tire, and maybe two jerry can holders, or as this customer's gone for, just simply the tire and a jerry can holder as well. Once again, no need to go over the top. If this is enough for you, then that's the package that we'll be happy to do for you. So one other thing you might have noticed, the colour of the interior. So this has got the light grey interior. We've actually discontinued that since the customer put the order in. The reason for that is we're trying to standardise the range a little, just to make it easier to get the products out the door to you quicker, to reduce our lead times. So we did find that 99% of people are optioning the white interior, so we've decided that's going to be our standard colour going forward. So going up top on this build, first of all, as I've already mentioned, we've got the roof rack on there. So the way our roof rack's designed, it's designed to integrate the attachment for your clever shade awning, so you've not got too many brackets and everything sticking out. See, we're going in here, and then the same on the front as well. That allows the roof rack to be detached very quickly and easily, and put back in very quickly and easily, and also it's not too cumbersome when it's sat there. So we've got the 270 clever shade awning. Roof rack itself, so we bought the rear of the roof rack out to be level with the tray. So firstly, it liberates a whole lot more real estate on the roof, and secondly, it just looks that bit nicer to match the two up there. So different combinations are available for different vehicles depending on your tray length and depending on your canopy length, but ask us what's available for the build that you might be looking at. Also on the roof, we've got the 180 watt solar panel, so that comes with your large EnerDrive package. When we've been doing shows previously, we've noticed that the solar panel during the middle of the day will put in roughly double what your Bushman fridge is taking out. And that was at shows, so that is with people opening and closing that fridge a lot as they're all having a look at it. And even with the fridge working really, really hard, the solar panel's putting about double what the fridge is taking out, so definitely worthwhile having that on there. So that's pretty much it for this video. So just a quick recap. So we've got the Ram 1500 DT dual cab, or crew cab I should say. On that we're putting an 1800 long tray with a 1500 long canopy. Bit of extra work there been done by EC Off-Road with the suspension and wheels package, and definitely I think the canopy just goes to show that you don't have to tick every option box to get a really comprehensive build, and this guy's managed to get the balance of that whole vehicle just right. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, we do read your comments. When we get back to the office, we're going to answer a couple of queries from previous videos. If you've got any more queries or you've got any more comments, do put them in, because we do enjoy reading them all, and we will answer them as we go. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for the next one next week. Alright, so we're back in the office and we're going to answer a couple of the queries that have come in on recent YouTube videos. So firstly, Gareth T has said, can you do a similar video for the EnerDrive Explorer package, please? Yes, we definitely can, and we will the next time we've got one in the workshop. What we're actually hoping to do is have all three of our packages side by side and do a whole video on that, so we can show you the small, medium and large. But most certainly next time we have the opportunity to do the EnerDrive Explorer package, which is our mid-range EnerDrive pack, then there will be a video explaining that in a little bit more detail. Next question, we had a couple of similar queries on the same video. So we've got Senvian asking, do you do Ranger extra cab trays? And we've also got Sally M asking, can you guys do a video of a space cab or extra cab build? Again, yes. The volume is definitely within the dual cab range, but we do have extra cab or space cab options only for the Ranger and the Hilux in the domestic utes. But for those, we most definitely do. The next time that we get one of those builds in, then we'll certainly do a full video on it. All right, so if you're one of the very few that's made it all the way to the end of the video, then do show us by leaving the answer to this question in the comments below. Ram 1500 or Chop Land Cruiser 200 series. See you next time for the next video.
You had to pick one of the two, I think.
If it were me,
yeah.
Chop 200 series.
Yeah.
Yeah, and drive nicer, I think.
Yeah. Oh, you're a Toyota boy too.
I'm a Toyota boy too. No, they do though, they drive nicer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any more thoughts?
No. Straight back to it then.